It is all about dedication. See, dedication will get you to do the uncomfortable thing. Dedication will get you to do things that you never would have been good at or even conceivable in your mind. See, what ultimately ends up happening is that we have this fear, right? Because we are spiritual creatures having this physical manifestation inside our shell, our body. And we begin to make the associations as we're younger over and over and over that become reinforced. And these become guidelines over and over for what we stand for what we should actually be able to do. And that's funny because we then move with this consistent ideology that, oh, I feel some kind of way, therefore I must do. I feel, therefore I act. When the rationale is that we have logic, we have the ability to adapt to anything that we want. So our ability to think is ultimately what allows us to be able to innovate and circumnavigate obstacles and circumstances. And so then you can actually begin to problem solve in your head, and you can say, okay, here's this thing I know I want. Here's this thing I know that I'm pursuing and I'm after. But at the end of the day, it makes me very uncomfortable to be in that position. But if I'm willing to do the work to get past this short-term pain, then I'm gonna be able to experience all of these different benefits. And so it doesn't matter what it is, whether it's going to the gym and working out, whether it's walking around in the cold and letting the cold be a therapy to your mind and your body, or whether it's simply just getting up out of bed and doing these day-to-day things. You see, over and over, we make these excuses about why we're not in shape, why we don't have money, why we don't have the kind of relationships. And ultimately, all of that just exists as a paradigm in your head because you associate more pain to doing the uncomfortable thing in the short term than the rationale of having the gratitude and the gratification for doing the incredible, difficult thing in the long term. So it's about dedication. It's about making a decision and then choosing to decide to continue to walk with that over and over, regardless of how uncomfortable it feels. You see, you're not sentimental about how you feel because you know that all this is trying to do is protect you from whatever pain. That's what the body does, and that's what the unconscious mind does. It has a simple job. Seek pleasure, avoid pain. Seek pleasure, avoid pain. And it will reinforce that to the day that you die. And it doesn't mean that you're not in a position where you can't get on top of that. No, see, it's actually quite the contrary. You're actually in an empowered position because of it. Because every time you make that decision to do that difficult thing, you gain leverage, and now you're in a position to conquer and overcome everything. So what decisions will you make? The comfortable decisions that keep you warm and cozy, or will you go out and challenge yourself and do the uncomfortable thing that surprises even you, not just with your abilities, but with your results?